Okay, we're back with some more Rocket League analysis. I'm going to be watching FrankzeeTank's replays. Now, this is actually from a Skyward Series match, so he isn't comes with his teammates. Let's look at the scoreboard. Purple Phantom versus Planks Clan South. Purple Phantom at this point in time, I think 1 and 2. Planks Clan South 3-0. So already this is going to be a tough match for them. We're going to be looking at FrankzeeTank's point of view. This is game 1. I'll probably do one more game, like more than one game. Probably not all 5, but just going to see what mistakes he made and what he can work on. I mean, here, yeah. This is right off the start. I gotta say it. Probably should be learning to do a flip on this. I know it's been the classic Frank kickoff for quite a while now to do this, but especially at this rank, it is like really important because if you can speed flip and they don't flip, then you can just destroy them. And if they speed flip and you don't speed flip, then you're in trouble. Okay, now here. So again, off this kickoff could be better, but like here, Jack is already pushing this ball, and there's not really like any point in you going here because you have a straight path to this mid boost. I'll even bring out the marker again, because if you like go here and then not even just there, like if you go take this and then go like back like this way, and then Jack rotates up here, then it's really not really an overcommit because you're rotating back, Jack rotates up, Sam is still back, and you don't really have a free ball here. Like, you can't go for that. Like, sure, you can only get it if they miss, but if they miss, then you're better off leaving Jack to have the ball anyways. Usually, you don't want to be going for this type of ball unless Jack is just not there. Like, if you're the only person here, then I guess you can, like, pressure this ball, like, stay in this general area to not give him space. But this is, like, when you're 0 boost and it's an aerial ball, you just want to be focusing on rotating out behind your teammates and letting Jack push up there. And that's just your first pretty much mistake here, is turning for this ball. And you also probably shouldn't have jumped for it right there, because like they're clearly beating you to the ball. The only way you get this ball is if they miss, or like they make like a really bad touch. So here I don't like, you trying to dunk him, I guess, but it's not really like something like any hard advice just against that. It's like here you just really can't dunk him here. Like, you can't reach this. Like if you took that, oh my goodness, Boltini Rum missed the mid boost, but because you didn't go for that mid boost earlier and you pushed the ball, now you have like a really slow rotation back, and Jack and Sam could get like 2v1'd right here. And also you pretty much just lost your boost if Boltini Rum doesn't miss the mid boost. Now imagine you're 0 boost right now. Because you can't grab that corner because that'll be near post, like double committing with Jack. Sam just goes for that corner. You'd have like however many pads you picked up, like 30 boosts at most. That would have been scary. But here, yeah, good that you're not, cutting in front. Obviously, back post is correct here. Jack pushes near post. You go behind Sam. This is kind of a weird situation. Just want to keep looking at this. Yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, you're back post. I think Sam is being a bit deceptive, like where he's going to rotate, because you run into him. But this is, back post, it's fine. But also the thing, like, defensively, look what you're turning here. Like, you're going to back post, but then you just, like, do this. Like, you're kind of trying to avoid the bump, sure, but then, like, when you're turning back, I'll even get this on, like, a fly view, because this is, like, a tip that I have, like, a lot. Oh, geez, I'm not inviting that, don't worry. Okay, I missed the freaking thing. Okay. So if you're going here, then I bring out the pen. Oops. Okay. So if you're going here, you should be going like, You don't have to go like all the way around here, because that's kind of ridiculous. But even so, it's not that bad. I shouldn't say it's ridiculous. It's fine, actually. Like, that's not that bad. But look what you're doing. You're doing this. And that's not picking a post, because you're doing a back post rotation, but then you're going to near post. If you want to go to near post, you should be doing this. Because if picking a post is like ideal, because then when you're doing like this turn, you're facing like this is the way you're facing in net, and then you like try to turn this way, but you can't push it this way. Like this doesn't, you can't do that. And then as we observe, you're facing backwards in net right here, and then they just hit it past. Boom. You could easily challenge this if you were, you know, oops, always forget when I'm in fly mode, have to do this. If you're doing like a slightly wider turn, just being on the goal line, and then being able to turn out like that, instead of doing it like this, you don't have to be like using your momentum to just drive out, because you'd be leaving the net. But like kind of like this arrow right here, you can like definitely challenge this ball. But the way that you like kind of turned into the net, you just barely, like, you're just turning yourself around now. You can't like challenge this ball. You're still turning yourself around, and they can do this if they want. They can pass. Like, I don't know if there's someone going to be here. Like, it's when you're rotating back, even if you can't get like a wide rotation like this, you should try and like stop yourself here, and then it's like the same thing. Like, you'll have less momentum, but you'll still be in position, instead of going like all the way to here in your rotation, which is kind of what you did. And then you have to like stop, turn around, and then boom, they could literally shoot that in. But they don't score it. I mean, obviously it's like, in this rank, it's not, I mean, it's a good rank. It's like straight up, I'm not saying like, oh, it's easy, you can get away with mistakes. But if I compare it to like my lobby, I think that would probably be a goal. And these lobbies are still good. Like, these players are very good. But especially if you're trying to get into that C3 GC1, that's one of the things that you kind of need to do. Okay, I just was not paying attention. What the heck? Okay. Again, so this turn happens in the near post because you are kind of like off the goal line. You're facing backwards. If you're on the goal line, facing straight, it's a little bit better for you. So I'll illustrate this one more time, because it's kind of like another good angle. You covering this means they can do this. Like, you really can't do anything about that. But if you did this, then you can definitely turn out for that. If you're doing this, you can't just like do a 90-degree turn. But if you like have this circle going, then look, if they push it that way, oh look, this arrow continues this way. I mean, if there's a guy middle, you can still get there. Or if they're just trying to go around the box and like score it in the bottom. So trying to get those rotations like in this spot a little bit better, because the only thing you can guard is near post there, which you're guarding the immediate shot, but it's still putting you in a bad position. So, mistake there. Once this happens though, I mean, this is just your turn kind of putting you off back post again. But here you're last back, because like right now Jack is going towards this ball. You can tell he's not gonna leave this ball for you. He's going. But you're like kind of going in the corner with him, and you don't really ever want to have two people in the same corner. Because Sam's dead. I don't know if you were able to see that. Yeah, you were able to see Sam's dead. So you're last back. And if you think like Jack will have this clear, it's okay to like push like kind of aggressively, but you're pushing like way too, like you're last back. You should be at least, if Jack like loses a 50 here even, like that is massively awkward for you. And then you will. But that's because you just push too far up here as last. Like once Sam gets demoed, okay, boom, Jack's going, just turn back into the net. or just go near post or go back post. And you like it's a hesitation here because even here, like it's not too late. If you get stuck in a position like this where you have to stop your car because you're out of position, because you know you're out of position here, you just stopped moving. Like right here, you don't know where to go. Immediately, almost always, just leaving and going back post is going to be a great option in situations like this, because you know you're out of position, you're going to go for this ball, but now Jack went for it, and you think, oh, Jack's going to have a free bang, so I can start pushing up. You just now realize, oh, maybe not. This might be scary. What you should be doing here is I'll do another fly view. You're kind of frozen here, so instead of just like waiting, when you're in this position, you don't know if you want to go, you don't know if you want to stay, you don't know if you want to go back. If you're like confused like this, usually what you should do is just like this, just this turn, or this turn, any even. Like if you turn immediately, if you're out of position and you do this turn, you can always like just do this if you really wanted to, if it works out for you. Like you're not committing all the way back to net. But also, if you do this turn, like loosely covering the near post, even like you can do this as well if you wanted, if it comes off this way. If it comes out this way, I mean, whatever, you didn't get that. But also, like, it's not really like this positioning right here. You are covering, okay, this challenge. Let's see the area that you're covering. About here, maybe like over here as well. And let's see where Jack's covering. Like, so and Jack's like already first man, so he's committing to this ball, so this is definitely Jack's space here. Like, if he's already going for this ball, he's not going to be like, oh, it's okay, I'll just leave this. So the only place you can really cover is like this stuff at the bottom. And if you just do this, you can still like cover, because this is like open field. This is like open field. So if you just like turn like this, but then when the challenge happens, oh, Jack lost the challenge. Boom. Easy. You challenge us on the backboard. It's so easy. If you've already turned, you have more time to get this touch, and it's not awkward, and you don't end up own goaling there. You could also do a wider rotation if you wanted to. I think that would be fine, but I think at this point, like, since you're kind of making a late decision, it would be acceptable to just do this. But if you do this just one turn right here. Let's see, where are you covering? All right, you're still covering this. You can still turn to here even. You could probably even cover more. Like probably like in this whole side of the field, like right here. Any shot you're covering, because you can get back to this before they can. And then Jack, it's more even. If you're turning away from this ball, then you're turning back to net, and like let's like see what happens. Oops. But if you turned back earlier, like this would be this one of those arrows on the left right there. This is where you would be right now. Even though I kind of moved it around, but yeah, like yeah, actually it's pretty much accurate. So when you stop here, don't just hit the brakes and wait, because this ball, the only time it's okay to like wait for this is if you're already in position, but you're not like in position. Like, what are you gonna do here? You only get this if you get lucky. You don't want to rely on that. So if you make this turn instead of this turn, like this turn is still pushing into the corner is the thing. And as last bag, if you make this other turn, the one that goes to the near post, with the arrow, that's a way easier ball to read. You just turn that's a very easy turn to make. If you just turn towards this ball, you're driving straight towards it. You can hit it up the backboard. You can do whatever you want with it. Now it's not like, oh, you get a free clear off this. Like, no, of course not. But you shouldn't be like, oh, I need to clear this like every time. You shouldn't be. Every attack needs to be a counter. Like every touch we get on the ball needs to be a counterattack. Like if you challenge this ball from the angle of the arrow, You definitely hit it past Rowdy Singer. Sinister Hope, probably it's pretty awkward for that ball. And also, it could be even work as a pass to Jack, who's still on that wall. But especially when you're last man, if you're in that awkward position, you should be making that turn back to net instead of, hesitating, staying in that corner, or turning towards the corner like you did. And because of your awkward turn, you're facing opposite the ball after your turn. And I don't want to be like that guy, but I think this goal was probably, yeah, I could say this goal is your fault. Yeah, I could definitely say that because Sam, I mean, everybody kind of made like slight mistakes. Jack, like, lost his challenge. Sam got demoed, but aside from that, like, you're the one that was kind of out of position there when that could have been not that difficult of a save. Not trying to roast you or anything, but and again, kickoff. This kickoff is pretty bad. I mean, it goes to Sam, but still, you definitely need to learn how to be a little bit better at your kickoffs. Okay, okay. I want to rewatch this whole play. So kickoff goes like this. Like, again, when you're zero boost, this is fine because you're first man. Like, obviously, no one else on your team is going to go for this ball because, like, you're so far in front of them, and it makes sense for you to go for this ball. But it seems like you always, like, are like really willing to commit, and something that I haven't really seen you do a lot in not just this game but in general is like fake challenging. Like, you don't actually have to go for this ball. If you just stay near this ball, you don't even jump for this ball. He just did that. That would have happened if you didn't jump either. You could have just turned back as soon as you saw them panicking. And then now, Jack can move in like way faster, or you're already back and able to move in for this. So especially when you're like zero boost, like, the only reason you'd want to like a jump for this and challenge it is if it's like, oh, you are going to beat them on the challenge and this will result in a play for your team. But if you like literally just turn back here, they don't know, like, it's a fake challenge. Like, he thinks you're going, or this guy, or hold on, this guy. This guy is literally diving for this ball right now, no matter what. If you turn back, he doesn't care if you jump. Like, he's not gonna just like leave this ball now. He's committed. He's gonna grab this ball, and he's gonna do the same touch if you jump or not. Same thing with Rowdy Singer. Does it matter if you jump for this ball? No, he sees you and he hits the ball away. Does it, like, he hears you jump like right now, but he's already hitting the ball. So when you're in this position, like, first man, like, sure, yeah, you're first man. That makes sense. Because Sam and Jack are both behind halfway. They're not going to get any pressure on this ball. I don't even think you need to use boost on this, but it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Don't like dive, like, even jumping and then you flip as well. Your recovery really slows down because of that. And also here, you're turning middle because you do like to like keep pressure on the ball, which, that's not a bad thing in itself. But you just need to learn that, like, you just are not useful in this play anymore. And now you're not going back. Like, look where you're turning. You're looking for a pass middle. That's just like lack of trust because you just have no trust in Jack right now. If you go back on this play, this happens. All right, where's Jack? He's holding boost, he's flooring boost, and he's going middle. Now he kind of turns to the right, but if they make a mistake, Jack is going to be the one to cover that because you need to get back and get boost. Jack has like so much. Jack is definitely like middle right now. Where's Jack? Yeah, boom. This is Jack. You saw him barreling down the middle holding boost. So you need to be like, Jack is rotating up. Sam is first man. You have no boost. Just like get out of there as soon as possible. And you do get out, but it is a slower recovery because you kind of dilly-dally for a bit. And it's just decision making again. the Xeno tip. Stop hesitating, but it's like trying. This is how you like play faster. Like if I'm in this situation, I'm just leaving. Like if I speed flip out of there, and then they miss the ball, that's like, oh, maybe I should have stuck around. But you shouldn't be expecting them to miss the ball because you're just committing yourself, and your teammate's there anyways. Yeah, this is the same. This is the same turn as before that you guys scored on. Oh well, it's more of a like back post versus near post. So you kind of rotate back post, but then you go to the near post, and then now you're doing this. Now they hit the ball like behind you, and you have to back up to get this save. And this is just like an awful touch, and it's probably a goal. Yeah. And again, I think that that goal is probably also your fault because, I mean, first off, you committed too far earlier on the challenge. This whole play kind of goes together. You take too long to get back because you're waiting around here instead of going back. You're trying to wait for a mid pass, even though Jack is already rotating up for this. Right now you're low boost, okay. But why are you using more boost now? You have like 12 boost. And you're not even going for the corner boost. Like that just doesn't make sense for that you're like 8 boost. Now you have 12. Wait, what? Whatever, okay. But why are you like using boost now? You don't even know where the ball is, and you're like rushing to get to this random spot. So like here, it's just this rotation. I'll do another fly view for this because it's my favorite thing ever. Okay. So if this is you rotating back, and this is them with the ball, assuming Jack doesn't get a good challenge, he loses the challenge, they get a shot, then you're in a 1v1 pretty much. Now, I do that, or if you had taken a back post rotation, kind of like anything like this, look how you're, okay, I just crossed over like every line, but if you're going like this instead, doesn't have to be exactly back post, like anything like this, it's better than whatever this is. So let's just say like any back post rotation, because you have lots of time, like anything like this, where you're facing outwards right now. You're facing outwards and to the side, this 45-degree angle, instead of facing directly backwards. So if he's coming with the ball this way, you're coming with the ball this way. It's just, you're just challenging him like right here. Or, right here, however fast you're moving. But, so that's the thing about picking a post. You get a head-on challenge if you just go back post here. And then he can't, like, really do this, because you'll be seeing him, like, kind of pushing it that way, so you can kind of, like, go more straight out, and then start, like, going this way to meet him. But when you are just facing backwards, you either backflip if he shoots the ball at you, turn right, or turn left. And if he has this ball, he can do whatever he wants, and you just have to guess which way he's shooting it. He shoots it right, oh, well, you better not have turned left or backflipped. Now, does end up shooting at you, but even this backflip is, like, very bad, because you have no control over this. And I said a back post rotation would have put you head on with him, more or less. You would have been able to track him down. If you do this rotation, I mean, well, it's more like on your way back, like earlier. If you like go down this side, which I don't think is as good because Jack is still kind of there. Like you're just there with him, and then like, what is he gonna go this way? No, you're right here. You're blocking his shot. The only thing he can go to is the corner. And then sure, if he beats you, if he goes like all the way around, that's fine because Sam's gonna be back by then. You just give more time. Like maybe Jack can get there, maybe Sam can get there, maybe even you beat him on the backboard. But just never do this. When you're going back, don't just like do this, because what happens if you're just driving backwards? Like this is a back post rotation if the ball is on this side of the field, but it's not. So should be doing something more like that. Um, you know, something like this. Even, you know, like you should be facing backwards here, but like anything that puts you head on and not backwards with the ball. And that's the thing. When this turn happens right here, oops. Oh no. When this turn happens right here, don't turn like this because you've already gone here. Like you can't. This turn works if he's like going up the wall or if he has like no shot. Because you need time to turn your car. You have no momentum right now. He just shoots the ball. And this is like what I said earlier. You turn right, he shoots left. And then it goes in. Now you end up actually getting a touch here, but like it's so awkward. Because why are you here when he's got a good shot? If you're going to go for this turn, it should be like here. Because this is actually guarding the net. This is like wildly away from the net. So if you're going to go like at this point, you shouldn't have been going this direction. But you just have to guard the net at that point. Like at least he has a shot that goes towards net, like you could still pretty much guard it. That's like shadow defense kind of. Like a 1v1 defending strategy. Just always guard the net when the opponents have a shot like that. You don't want to be trying to challenge the ball usually in these situations. That's just the main thing. And then that results in you getting scored on because it's straight up just because of your rotation. Oops. Nope, I accidentally put it up 5%. Nice. Like just straight up. Like if you see right here, back post, if your back post here, rotated back post I mean, this shot is not difficult to save. It's very easy to save. But because, even if you turn the other way, think, okay, if you turn towards net here, okay, maybe you're turning away from the ball, but then you turn back around. Like you have more time to turn back around. So if you turned to the right here instead of to the left, you can still like power slide around and get this. You're not backing up to hit this ball. And that's what gets you scored on. Oh. Okay. Kickoff strategies. I don't know. I mean, that's just calms, I guess. I mean, usually I don't know. I'm not that great at kickoff strategies myself. I'd say like one person cheats usually, but at the same time, one person usually goes for the boost behind the kickoff, so I don't know. No comment. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, good try. Yeah. I mean, nothing really to say here. I guess mechanically, it wasn't that great because you gave the ball away. You tried to kind of get an air dribble, but clearly went like too far away from you. And for power, it wasn't that threatening either. So you land here. Yeah, rotate back. No. Well, Sam was actually back there. But like this is kind of, I mean, here you also do waste like a little bit of boost, kind of nitpicky. But like here is when you realize, okay, you're not going for the ball anymore. But you kind of just still tap the boost a couple more times. I mean, it's just minor, but like here, I think you're you're rotating back post now. You're going last. If you get last as quick as possible, then Sam has a very easy path to challenge this. And I think the reason that Sam doesn't challenge this is because you don't go back. Yeah, Sam can definitely go for this, and he has a better path than you. Because, as mentioned earlier, Sam getting this head on is a very easy challenge for him, and it's a low risk challenge. And then you rotate behind him. But with you going for this, they can literally just keep going, and then it's like, oh, they hit it over me here, and they're still going. You can't really like block it, or You go like this way, then they go, oh, but they hit it around you. They cut it, and you go flying past the ball. It's challenging from the side, especially when you've already turned. Like, especially when you've already turned. To like, right off this. You turned right here. You turned away from the ball. Now you're going back. And it's the same thing as, like, hesitation. Like, once you make this, like, you just decide. This is your decision. You're turning back. Like, it doesn't make sense for you to turn away from the ball. Because this works as a back post rotation, like, very good. Like, up to this point, this is the correct thing to do. Yeah, this makes sense. You don't turn towards this ball. That makes sense, because you're going to be very awkward to go for that. This is the correct play. And now you should just start, like, booking it backwards so that you can let Sam get a free challenge. And if you, again, going back to Sam's POV here, he definitely wants to challenge this ball, but he looks like his teammates are so far upfield that he is, like, very scared to go for this ball. Like, very scared. And then you go for him. But, yeah, exactly, you get balled. If Sam goes for that, he just literally doesn't get balled because he's doing straight on. Like, what did they do here? They got a light touch forward. Sam, that's the easiest challenge of his life. There's no way they get it over Sam if he just does a head-on challenge like that. Even if he's slower to this ball, it's not like they're going to be like, oh, they're going to flick it way over Sam. And even if they do, then they give the ball to you, who rotated back post. So, just, rotations are kind of, like, complicated. They're not, like, set in stone. Like, cutting rotation is, like, necessary in some situations. It happens more in the higher levels. But you need to understand when to do it. And this, it's like you already... This challenge isn't really going to work for you. Like, sure, you could get this ball, but it's just really hard for you. He could take this up the wall. He could hit this to his left, and it would go, like, behind you as you, like, dive for this. He could hit it over you. He could just not do anything, and you get faked or something. And they don't really have that amount of control against someone challenging straight on like Sam. And that's just exactly what happens. And they end up missing the ball there as a follow-up, but that could have been dangerous. But then, yeah, you take boost. Recovery is here, I think. Like, what you want to do, like, here, as soon as you get bumped, it's more, like, advanced, but, like, to flip here to be fast. But whenever this happens, try to get, like, that instinctive reaction. Just start holding power slide. Because, like, now you just stopped. If you're holding power slide, and then you just, like, as you're power sliding, you do a flip back to realign yourself on your rotation, or you can turn, and you don't really lose the speed, and that could have been a goal. I mean, your teammates are kind of awkward there, but still, I mean, it's fine to, like, be aggressive. Like, this isn't a playstyle problem. This is just, you shouldn't really be turning upfield here. You should just really try to rotate back post. It's like the same thing I said earlier. If you were, like, lost, like, out of position, you don't know where to go, it's definitely better to just, almost every situation, to just go back post, or in this case, you know, near post, because you don't want to jump in front of Sam while he's hitting the ball, but go into the corner, then go behind. Instead of being like, well, I'll just wait for my teammates to clear the ball when they don't really have a free clear. It's like they might have a touch, but you don't really want to rely on them having a touch that goes directly to you, because it's probably not going to happen. And here, yeah, I mean, it doesn't go in. No, you didn't really, it wasn't your fault that Sam lost the challenge, but right here, I mean, it's fine for you to go there, but it would have been better just in, like, this play, because, again, it's also with the vision of the ball. If you're going, like, a bit of a wider rotation to the post, you can turn upfield and you'd be, like, going directly for this instead of having to do this, like a 90-degree turn. Now, you'll be further away from the ball, but you'll have more momentum in vision of the play. So this, like, you can't really make a good play on the ball here. I mean, you can't really make a good play on the ball either way, but just depending on what happens, like if there's a guy like literally like right off the side of the screen here, and you turn, you have no idea they're there, he just destroys you and he's scoring. But if you do this rotation over here, then you're like up to here by the time they shoot the ball, and yeah, you'll be able to see that they're there, and you'll be able to maybe go for a save. So that's another thing about back post rotation. They give you more vision of the ball, of the play than this. Now this is good that you go for this ball because it's clear that Sam and Jack are just not gonna pressure this. Yeah. And it's good that on this, like similar to that earlier play, like where you flipped and I said you're not gonna beat them to this ball, so you shouldn't really pressure it, or I mean you shouldn't like challenge it. This is like kind of what you should be doing. Is just driving towards this. Now he has to shoot this ball, and now Sam and Jack knows he's gonna shoot this ball. Like if you look from Sam or Jack's POV, I'll do Sam because he's the one that's back. What's gonna happen? Oh look, Frank versus Sinister X Hope. What's gonna happen? Boom. Sam gets a free ball because you pressured that. You made him give it away. Because that's the only thing he can do right here, shoot the ball. I mean, technically he could take it to, like, the side, but just being here means he can't get possession towards net. Only possession, like, towards the side or something. And then that'll give your teammates more time to get back. Like, if he takes this to the left, you just rotate back post, Sam goes first man, Jack goes second man, you go third man. And the rotation still, it holds. Now here, I do think you need to be like, I don't know if you're really expecting him to get this touch. Because here, when this happens, another hesitation. You don't turn back here. So when this happens, you should be like turning to one side, ready to rotate back. You don't have to be doing like a 180-degree turn going directly back here. Like, it's not that urgent. But have your car in a position that's like, oh, if Sam and Jack both go for this ball, then, you know, maybe I need to be third man. Like here, you can see, oh, Sam's going to pass this ball to me. So this positioning is okay. Because he clearly has, like, a free clear. You don't really need to be on defense right now. But at the same time, you don't need to be, like, facing directly forwards. Because, look how awkward that is for you. If you're facing directly forwards, which is pretty much what you're doing here, that's, like, really hard to make a play on. Unless you're, like, insanely mechanical, oh, redirect it onto the backboard and then double tap it. Like, that's the thing. Because even the bad decisions can work, but they're not something that you want to rely on. Like, having to rely on making this redirect is not really something you want to do, especially when you're not confident with this redirect. Like, I know you're definitely good at this redirect. Like, you could hit this. It's possible. But if you're approaching it from the side, this would be a lot easier. Like, if someone's passing to you, or I'll put this, actually, a fly view would actually illustrate this pretty well. So, if I go into fly view, oops. Alright, I'll just do this. So Sam, like, yeah, sure, Sam is passing to you right now. You can bank on that. That's fine. But how is Sam gonna how is Sam gonna pass to you if you just like, oh, how do you receive this pass? Like, you have to wait for the ball to pass you, and then what? You hit it to the side. Like, you can't really like shoot this ball. You can't do anything if you're just like parallel with the pass. Like, if he's shooting it this way, you go this way. But then you say, oh, well, what if Sam hits the ball this way? Okay, but this is not useful. Like, you get a wall play maybe, but that's not really that useful. Because that's not really, like, gonna get you a goal, you know? A massive counterattack. And this is what I said earlier. Like, as soon as this challenge happens, just turn. Either way, doesn't matter. Does not matter which way. Because back post is, like, either post. Kind of, like, both of them are back post at this point. It does not really matter which way you turn. But if you turn this way, start to go back. Oh, oh, Sam has a pass. Sam has a pass. Sam has a pass. Boom. Much easier to make this shot. The ball goes here. You get like a clean shot right there. Like a banger. Top corner. So even if Sam hits this middle, you're going to hit this ball into the corner maybe. Or to the side. But that's better than, you know, you being here and the pass being here. Because like you can't do anything with that. Unless you get really like kind of lucky and get like a good redirect there. And geez, I know my graphics are really confusing. I swear I'm trying my best. But it's just, that's the thing. I've noticed it so far is hesitation after a challenge. After a challenge, instantly should be, you know, like well, specifically if you're losing the challenge, then you should go back. And you don't need to go. You don't need to do this. That's not what you need to do. That's like literally not what you need to do. But just be able to go back. You don't have to make this full turn. Just you start going to the side here, and then instead of having to go for like this way to redirect the ball, you have a much simpler angle right here. And sure, it might still be hard to score it because, you know, any redirect passing play, it's pretty difficult like mechanically, but it does give you a better chance, and it gives you like better options if you can't get the shot as well, because you can also turn back if the pass doesn't work out, and hitting the ball from the side is better than hitting the ball from, you know, the other side of the ball. Like the redirecting is your only option, and that's not something that you should just be doing on every pass play, because how often are you scoring this shot realistically? If you're more on the side of this ball, then maybe you get a backboard pass. Like any touch on this ball definitely is a pass, except for, you know, that, because it's just like very awkward. And yeah, back post rotation, of course. You're kind of off the goal line. You want to be more on the goal line there, but overall decent, like solid rotation. Yeah. So this is kind of the one reason that I think you should. Well, actually, not the one. There's two reasons I think you should play once, but I'm going to explain the other one later. This reason right here, fake challenging. You don't do it enough. Like here, if he misses the ball, then you have time. You don't need to bang this ball at all. Like you have so much time. Just chill. Just don't even jump. Just wait. You catch the ball for a dribble, go for a flick, or just control the ball, push it along if that's a bit difficult for you. And well, if he hits this ball, then you know you can't really do anything. You just gotta leave. Oh, he missed the ball. And that's the thing. You're not even first man here. Jack is, because he's like definitely not back right now. You don't want to put Sam in a 1v1 if you don't have to. So you don't want to commit to this ball unless you know that like by doing so Sam won't get put in a 1v1. If you go for this 50, Sam gets put in a 1v1. Even if he hits the ball and you get the dunk. If he hits this over you, then Sam's really in trouble, because he might be awkward. But here, this is another situation where you can just fake challenge. Like, turn to the left here. If you do this, like, just turn facing left, then he shoots the ball or he hits it to the corner. Boom, you rotate behind Sam. Sam goes. He challenges it. He misses the ball. Oh, well, now you have the ball. Like, it's literally just landing here. You can definitely just do whatever you want with it. But you always seem to kind of want to go for this challenge, which I think, again, it's not always the wrong decision, but like it can work. But you should be trying to fake challenge more, because I don't think you're doing that enough, or pretty much at all. Oh, this is good positioning. Now you could be actually more towards the wall here, like again, be more towards the side of the field. So if Sam does this, you have more of an angle to turn on the ball with. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to hit the ball this way, and because if the ball's coming here, then boom, I just hit the ball this way. But it's not like really like that because you can. I don't know. I kind of need to be more zoomed out here. I'll go into fly view. And yeah, I think this will just be just the one we replay because I'm over analyzing everything. But yeah, Sam. Like this is pretty good though. This is kind of a nitpick. It's not as bad as the other passing mistake. Now clearly, Sam should be passing to you. Like no brainer. He should be passing to you. Okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so Sam, sure, yeah, you can be like, yeah, he's passing to me. It's very clear. Jack will be going last back. You can. Nobody is even in this screen. Only person on the screen right now is this guy. Like, yeah, like he's gonna get that. Only if Sam like clean whiffs the ball or does a jack hit and hits it like here, like somehow. But if that happens, that ain't on you. That's on Sam. Um, but yeah, when you see him like on this angle to the ball, and you're like this, you might want to be like more like this kind of, and then approach the ball like this. Because then, if you're like this, because if he hits this ball to the side, or okay, I'm crossing lines again. If he hits this ball like this way, which he shouldn't be trying to do, then it's like pretty awkward for you. So then you have to go up and then go up the wall. But assuming Sam does like a normal pass, anywhere, I'll even do like a range here. I think a normal pass for Sam is like anywhere in here. Pretty much, yeah. I could even see like this much. But like a wider turn, I mean, this is like way, okay, this is like way wider, but a wider turn, the ball goes here. Like you can still like, as you're approaching this ball, do like this kind of turn and hit the ball forwards. It's really not that difficult. You can hit it to the open space, maybe pass to Jack. And I mean, this is this is a good play by you, so I don't really know why I'm over analyzing this. But just kind of because of the other pass, when you want to be on the outside of the ball at all times. You do not want to be on the inside of the ball because then you just can't do anything. The only way you can do something with this ball is if you're on the inside of it, is if you have like a wall play, and that's not like something that you're going to be consistent in, and like just getting a bang here is going to be a lot safer, a lot more reliable, and a lot more chance to score a goal. So whenever someone's going for a pass, you always want to be on the outside of the ball. Now, it doesn't mean you'd be like, oh, guys, I'll just go on the wall for the pass. Like, no, that's kind of outrageous because he's clearly not going to, like, pop it up there. But this is like, I'm not saying this is bad. This is fine. It's, like, slightly maybe too far this way. Like, it could be, like, maybe right here instead. But it's, like, very small, but just something that I want to, like, kind of, like, tell you about it because it's clearly something that's happening. The situation's coming up a lot. And then, yeah, Sam gets a touch that goes pretty much straight upfield. So that positioning is actually very good. Because Sam's approach to the ball kind of looks like he might be hitting it to the corner. Like, looks like he might be hitting it directly this way. But Sam, pretty good at his bangs. He gets just a good touch there. And let's see what happens with this ball. But I do like this turn because this is a very shootable ball here. It has to be a difficult touch, but if you don't get this on net, like any touch is good. Okay, well you missed the ball. Positioning was fine. I just think you misread this ball. Yeah, you just misread the ball. You jumped a bit too early there because you thought it was going like faster or higher, I don't know. But positioning, that was like, you hit that ball anywhere on net, it's a goal unless you hit it like directly into them somehow. If you hit this ball off net, or even if you don't, like even if they save this ball, or if you hit the backboard, Jack, he's ready. Like Jack is like, look at this, he's ready. Oh, it doesn't go back post where Jack is? Oh, look, well Sam's also ready. So just any touch here would have probably resulted in a goal. Um, I'm not trying to like roast you. Well, actually, I am. But yeah, hit the ball next time. No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. You can't really go back post here because you'd have to like cut across the play. So it's near post, but good, you're rotating near post. Here, I think this is something that Spook Luke says a lot, so it must be true. Over flipping here, you don't really want to be mid flip when a challenge is happening. And specifically here, like if you like you have a 100 boost, if you really wanted to be going faster to net, it's okay to use like 10 or 20 boost here. But like look when you land. Right here, now you can start turning again as you hit the near post. So what happens if Jack's touch? What happens if Jack's touch? If Jack, well, let's just say, what happens if Jack touches the ball at all? Okay, Jack, this way, like anywhere in this part of the field, like that, you're just not there. Even this, you're committing into the corner pretty much. So you could turn back, but it wouldn't be like a great rotation. And that's the thing, like you shouldn't really be flipping here. Like as long as you just rotate behind Jack, he makes this challenge, then boom, you can go up with him if you want. Or you can go into the corner. Like you still have like so many options of what you can do back here as last man, but you don't want to be like Jack. Anything happens, look how far away that is. And this is already like halfway through the flip. This is where you can start moving again. And you don't really want to be like the only reason you'd be flipping here is if they're shooting the ball and the only way you can get back to it is if you pre-flip. Like when you flip, it's a commit, and you don't really want to be doing that when a challenge is happening, because this challenge can go over here, this challenge can go back here, this challenge can go over here, this challenge can get killed, and if this, especially if this challenge like kind of stays around here, you going over here is really bad. It is really bad because look at Boltini Rowe. Whoa, he's shooting the open net. Rowdy Singer. Oh, he's shooting the open net. Stand back, not even close. And if you just kind of waited around here, now not like hesitating, I mean like you shouldn't like literally just stop your car here, but like get in this rotation to this back post, just rotate behind Jack. Even if you want to do like go to this back post, don't flip here, because you need to be able to turn at a moment's notice. You just get lucky that Jack doesn't put the 50 in a place that's gonna get you scored on. A tactical whiff, if you may. And the only reason this works is because Jack missed the ball. Like, like again, that's not like, yeah, I knew he was gonna miss the ball. Like, nah, you didn't. Then yeah, your first man here, obviously. I like that. Yeah, that's a good touch. That's a good touch. I was gonna say like, you don't really need to flip into this ball. If you just like, you kind of have space here, as long as you go like somewhat fast, because the guy grabbing your corner boost could still try to demo you. Yeah, Boltini Rome. Yeah, he's probably turning back right now. Now, this touch isn't horrible, but also, and this is the second reason, remember, the first reason I wanted you to play once, fake challenge more, but the second reason is being it, like, kind of mechanics, and, like, specifically mechanics in this, this situation. Because the 3's player, the 2's player even, you hit the ball. And that works in, 3's and 2's because usually you don't have time. And even so, like, if you're in 1's and it's 1v1, you versus Rowdy Singer, no way, no way are you doing this. Like, no way are you hitting this ball here. You just get on the other side of the ball, like a light touch here, and then now you have, like, you're pushing the ball this way. You can dribble it, flick it, like bounce, dribble it, cut it one way, cut it the other way, fake, or just 50 the ball. And that's just like getting possession here is more valuable than trying to like push the ball into the corner, because this is a really big chance for a counterattack. And I mean, this touch works out because it's like that bounce is a good bounce. it lets you have more time on this ball. But I still think if you were like dribbling the ball or like bounce dribbling, just pushing the ball along, because even if you like are on the ground right here, look how much open field there is. It's kind of a bad line there, but so if you're here, this guy could probably cover here, maybe a bit more, but like, look where you can go with this ball. Literally anywhere you want. Look where your teammates are gonna be. Surely one of them's gonna push up. Probably Jack, because he's a bull. I'm joking. But having this possession when you have this space, like realizing when you have space, like you have this ball now, but can you pass it? Like no, your pass is gonna be like going over here, and there's like literally no way that they're gonna catch up to that far up. Like doing this turn and going here, yeah, your teammates will be there. Over here, not even close. And it's clearly like, if you have the mechanics, then you have to just 1v2 these guys. And I mean, I guess if you played ones, that would actually help you a lot. Like just being able to do more in this situation than this, because this situation just, that touch just really doesn't do anything for your team. And I do like that you are trying to control the ball off the wall going for the air dribbles, instead of just banging it away. In this situation, I think it might have been actually better to just bang it, because kind of open net, but they probably get back, but like, boom, they have to hit it here, and then you land here, go for it, Jack is going for it. You're forcing them to make the play, and it's very easy to challenge them. So, I mean, you're trying the 1v2, it's just the mechanics, I think, it's very hard, because people in Champ 2 are pretty good. And, I mean, I guess it ends up working. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I guess it ends up working because it goes to Jack, but then they actually get it anyways. And also, you're committing a lot of boost to this, and then you just mess it up. Like, going back on this whole play, shouldn't have flipped there. Okay, 54 boost, that's fine. 42 boost, that's fine. Alright, you just touch the ball once, and now you have 0 boost, and that one touch was not very good. That boost is kind of fine to go for, because you get back, like, the same amount of speed as if you just didn't take the corner boost, I guess. Now, that's going to Jack's fault for jump in front of you, probably, but, I don't know, moving on. Breaking him out of it. Now you're blind. This is a goal, isn't it? Oh, okay, well, it might be. Okay. So, bumping into Jack here. Jack is back post, so you have to be first man. Clearly, Sam's in a World 1. I think you actually should just challenge, like, yeah, you want to break him out of the Rule 1, but, like, you don't want to, if you break him out of the Rule 1, then Rowdy Singer just has a free ball because you're not going for the ball. If you, like, jump over him, now, like, that's such a free ball for Rowdy Singer. Like, Sam's point of view might be able to see this more clearly. Okay, never mind, he's looking at the ball. Alright, Jack's, no, Rowdy Singer's point of view, actually. These weird camera settings. Yeah, you can definitely beat him to this ball, even. Or at least pressure him for this ball. If you don't break Sam out of this Rule 1, you'll be hitting this ball right now. Like, a clean beat. Even if you're giving this ball away, Jack is back post, you can follow it. And now, you just didn't give him that free touch. So, I mean, I don't really think this is, like, something to, like, oh, I'll write that down in my notes, because, like, how often is this situation going to happen, right? Barely ever. Yeah. But, still, if you're first man, you just gotta make sure they don't get the shot. Okay. This is... I think you just gotta go back post here, I don't know. I guess this is okay. This is kind of weird. Get Sam, you see, oh, Sam's also going back post, so I guess, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. You are a bit too reliant on receiving passes because, Champ 2 teammates. I say Champ 2 is a good rank, and it is a good rank. But this is also not an easy pass for Sam, and the defense is awkward. So, and it's okay. Like, I'm saying the exact lesson as before, the exact same thing. Do this, and then if this ball kind of like goes this way, kind of hard to do aerial, then you can turn around. Like, you're fine. You can still go for that. But you need to be ready to get back in case that touch just doesn't work out for you. And you'll still be picking a side, so you can rotate a post and you can pick a side to hit the ball from. And that's kind of what you do, but then you like wait around. Like, you did start to do that, but if it's getting to the point where you have to like slow down because your teammate is like being weird, you don't know what they're gonna do, chances are he's not passing it right to the nose of your car. You just got to go back. And that's kind of just what happens. You can literally challenge that ball if you just didn't turn upfield, like right here. Like, you turn back you should turn back like a little bit earlier than this. Like, this kind of weird. I think everybody was out of position there, so that kind of makes it strange. But after this, like, your defense is in trouble. It's a backward pass. They're probably going to go up. Sam might have the beat, but you shouldn't be, like, sure of that. Back post is a safer play. Or even near post, I mean. Probably near post. Because Jack is going back post right now. But if you don't do this turn, like, once you see Boltini, especially if you see Boltini going up for this, the chances of Sam getting this pass to you, right here, you're already on your way back. Okay, now you're definitely going back here. Just like commit, like you're going back. You don't have to like flip or anything, but like you should keep turning back towards this near post. Even if Sam touches this ball, is it really going to you? Not really. It might be going in your general direction, but you're so awkward because you're in front of the ball. That it's not gonna work out. So turning back behind your teammates. If you turn back and instead of turning upfield, you actually can stop this shot. Yeah, Sam's ball. Another bit of indecisiveness. So yeah. Dude, I really hate saying stop hesitating. I really hate it, but I gotta say it too. Yeah, this is Sam's ball because Sam has just a better angle on this ball. I'd say Sam probably has better mechanics in the 1v1 scenarios because you don't play ones that much. You might be better at flicking or getting shots on from like this position. You might be better at like receiving passes when you're shooting, for example. But when Sam's going like this, you can take it whichever way or straight. With you, well, you have to hit that way, or do like a very awkward turn in front of Sam to take the ball this way. So, very clearly from here, yeah, Sam has this ball, you turn back. But why? So, either you look for a pass, you look for a demo, or you leave. And you're doing none of these. Oh, you want to pass? Sam cannot pass. When Sam does not go to the side of this ball, turn back right now. Turn back, yeah. And you turn back like very late because right now you should be last man and Jack can push this ball. I don't know what happened there. And just trying to make that decision sooner, okay? Leaving this to Sam. If you wanted, you could stay second man here, but like don't stick next to Sam because. Oh wait, did I? What? Okay, I was actually on fly. Oh no, what am I doing? Yeah. Okay. Oh no, I didn't. Jeez. Oh jeez. Yeah. So Sam, you can go for mid boost even. Like go for mid boost and then go back, go for mid boost, or then go up. It's a pretty safe position here, but like it's very difficult for Sam to pass this ball. And if Sam passes this ball, it's like a very forward pass. And if it's a very forward pass, you need to be taking a wide turn. because this is like kind of the same thing, like being in front of the ball on the pass. If he does a forward pass and you're like parallel to this, your only option is to cut it left, and then maybe cut it back into the middle. But that's very difficult to do mechanically, especially for someone that doesn't play ones, and is not really like on that control ground game play like that. But if you do kind of this wider turn, if you want to receive this pass, it can work. It can work. But you don't really want to be driving parallel to your teammate if you want to pass. Now, if you want to demo here, that's fine. This is fine. But you don't. Like, you clearly, right here, you wanted the pass. That's what it looked like. You didn't look like you wanted to demo at all. And it's like as soon as this happens right here. Oh, Sam's ball. As soon as this happens, you gotta pick one. Just pick one. You can abort at any point you want, but you have to just pick one. And right now, I think you're picking the pass, but you're not actually committing to the pass because, I don't know, Sam might not be able to do something here. I might want to like stay close to the play. Like, no, you need to space out enough to get the pass. Like Sam, why would he pass this 2 inches to his left? Like, that's just not gonna do anything. That's not gonna hit past the opponents if he passes it 2 inches to his right. If you're taking a bit of a wider turn like this, then yeah, if he does this, because he's not passing it like this. Like, let's just straight up, obviously, there's no way he does that. His pass is going to be more of a diagonal, mostly forward pass, and then boom. Approaching the ball from a 45-degree angle can give you like a ton of, or even a 90-degree angle can be a bit tough, but 45-degree angle I think is kind of the best for bang, like 45-degree angle, boom, top left, top right. You can shoot it wherever you want. You can hit a backboard pass back to Sam, back to yourself. Maybe Jack moves in for the aerial. Like, when you're trying to receive these passes, you have to space out, otherwise there's no point in passing. Like, why would Sam pass here? You think Rowdy Singer doesn't see FrankzeeTank? Like, if Sam passes here, does it look like a Rowdy Singer can't just do a 2-degree turn and still, like, literally just turn 2 degrees and still cover the pass? Because he's already covering the pass just by doing this. So yeah, I really talk about this stuff too long, but when I've said this 4 times. Why am I still talking about this? I'm such a bad coach, bro. Yeah, when this happens, either you leave the play, you look for a pass, or you look for a demo. Even if you want to rotate last man, okay, mid boost probably wasn't there. Actually, might be a replay glitch. Who knows? You can still go for mid boost if you want. Like, you don't need last man to be back post right now because, like, does it look like Sam's gonna get dunked on this challenge? Like, no. He clearly has an attack, and even if he loses his challenge, you get mid boost and go back. You're still last man, and you're still fine. But like this decision right here, you have to space out and get that positioning for a pass, or you need to just start rushing and boosting to go for that demo, or you just need to leave. Like, you can't, like, you just don't really decide which one, and then now you leave. What is this turn? But yeah, I mean, here, obviously, if you didn't leave already, now you definitely should, because now it's like, oh, Sam's definitely not going to pass. I think here, you can go for mid boost. Even if it's not there, you should at least, like, check if it's there. Like, is mid boost there? Yeah, maybe. Yo, you would have stolen his boost! You would have stolen his boost if you picked a mid boost. So yeah. Like, I don't really... This turn is, like, kind of weird. I mean, just power slide, I guess. Like, getting more used to it. But just going back. And then it's, like, stopping again. Spatial awareness. And this is... You know, I keep saying it. The ones thing. Fake challenging. If someone is up for this ball, you know where you need to go. Oh my goodness, all the way back. Like, just all the way back. Because are you beating them to this ball? No, you're doing like donuts on the ground. Like, you can't even aerial right now. Meanwhile, this guy's up. You are scared. You are out of there. Okay, they missed the ball, but that was an open net. So, yeah. Just like right here. You're last man because Jack is clearly not turning back right now. Jack is second. He's about to pressure this ball, assumedly. If he doesn't, then whatever. But you still, it's not like a, oh, this is just right to you. You got this. That would be like the only reason that you should cut in front of Jack. But clearly, it's like, Jack might not be able to get this, but can you get this? No. And you don't know if someone's like gonna go for this, but if you're going back, if he hits this ball, like any shot, and you were going back, that's still a pretty easy save. And you'll still have time with the ball after that shot happens. So, overall of this play, make your decision earlier. Better passing positioning if you wanted that. I guess you should have grabbed the boost. I mean, flick car cam to check if it's there, and then go for it. Your power slide kind of slowed you down because you overslid. And then here, you just need to rotate back, like pick a post and defend because you are in trouble. And then if somebody is like not there, like if somebody doesn't go after it bounces, then you can be the judge of whether you want to challenge it or not. But if you have no vision of the play like that, you just need to be like full on, like near post defending, like going back like that. And again, this is kind of another mistake that you made. You're last man again. You're last man again. And what can you do with this ball? So when you're last man, you know, I'm not saying, oh, go back post now, because, I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but that's not, like, a threat right now. Nobody's shooting this ball, clearly. Jack is, like, on this ball. He's, like, here. He's waiting for this ball to come to the wall, and then he's gonna, you know, do something like this. As last man, you should only take this ball from Jack if it's, like... Okay, so let's say it's like my lobby. If this is Octane, he kind of is. He's like a bit awkward here. Yeah, he's a bit awkward here, but it's not like it's not really a problem for him. Now, if I have, 65 boost, and I say I'm taking this ball because, I want to go for wall play, then Octane's like, oh sure, Octane leaves it. I get a wall play. Now, that's probably because I can do a decent wall play to get it at least into their half, at least threaten somewhat of a shot, with 65 boost. But for you, I know this is not what you're thinking, so mechanically, what can you do with this ball? Like, not like you can't really do anything with this ball, so as last man, there's no reason to go for it. Just let your teammates go for it. The only reason you should be going for the ball is if you're last man is if none of your teammates are going for it and it's a free ball, but Jack is literally right here, so no indication that he wouldn't be going for it. And it's Jack, so he's a ball chaser. I'm joking. The only reason third man should challenge is if it's like, oh, free ball straight up, or if you're in a 1v1, it's like you just choose to challenge instead of fake challenge for some reason. Like, that can work, I guess. But here, you just wait behind your teammates. Do a wider turn instead of just, the 90-degree turn is really bad. You're doing too many of these. Like the 90-degree turn. Because you lose so much momentum, and now, the only thing you can do with the ball is hit to the sidewall and then bounce it off. Or maybe, a hit here. But you can't really do much with this ball. Jack, yeah, maybe he can't do much with this ball either, but at least their third man isn't going for this, and passing the ball to them. And then they beat you to the ball anyways. But even if you don't expect them to go for that, clearly, that was Jack's ball. Oh, that's a goal. If he's good at shooting. All because you flew for the ball. If you're back right here, so yeah, you're back post, back post, back post. Not, you don't have to commit full back post, but the general rotation you should be making. I'll illustrate it. The general rotation you should be making. Kind of right here. You kind of do this 90-degree turn, which not good. Your turn, you can go back and like you don't have to like. Obviously, you shouldn't be like doing this and then turning back to the near post. But the rotation can't really get like off the bottom of the screen here, but you don't have to be on the goal line because you're not making a save. But then just pushing from this position, no matter what happens, ball goes here. Oh, that's pretty easy to challenge. You just actually go like this way instead of going to there. But you're here. Jack wins it. Okay, what, like, you can't do anything if Jack wins anyways. Like, what are you gonna do? A 180-degree turn? Like, no, Jack's gonna follow it, or Sam's gonna turn. That doesn't make sense for you to go. And if, I don't know. So if the ball goes to the corner, you're last man. It's way better for you to be back here than up here, obviously. If the ball goes to this corner, it's not your ball either way. If the ball goes this way, it doesn't really look like you're going to be able to do a 180-degree turn and get it. It's like, no. But if you do like this rotation, still might be tough. And they might have a shot even. But like, you can rotate near post or back post, and you'll have a saving chance. Or even, like on your turn to back, you might be like here as the ball gets touched this way, and you can like, oh, turn around for that. So it's just, this is what I've seen so far. Definitely not your ball. And this is his goal because you weren't. If he turned that way, Sam is actually back post instead of near post. Like, Sam has to guard the whole net. Let's just look at Sam's POV here, because I think this actually like helps you understand like how bad your turn actually is, like how bad this actually is. Like, Sam is making the right decision, of course. He goes back, takes boost, he's defensive. Yeah, makes sense. Well, this is scary, bro. He just has to dive and hope they don't hit it like top corner, far top corner. That is a goal, bro. That's actually a goal. You don't want to be like, well, they probably won't score that, you know? Like, straight up. Sam has to rush near post, because, yeah, Sinister Hope could just bang this near post. He just has to pre-jump this shot, because they're just banging it. Like, if he waits back post here, like, if he just stops and waits back post and he bangs it near post, like, that's just going in. He just has to go for this. And I actually do like it attempt to save from Sam. But, like, when you double commit Jack, instead of going back post, so, Frank, you're at the left post right now. Sam can easily wait at the right post right now. Like, easily. He's not going all the way across the net for this. And then, if that is on net, that's exactly where Sam would be able to save it. Oh, nice touch by Jack. And then, yeah. This is a correct way to cut rotation, you know. Like, sure, you're not rotating to first man, but like, oh, yeah, it's your ball. Like, it makes sense for you to go for this. So sometimes you should cut rotation, but like, generally, like, I don't even know where Sam is right now. Like, Sam even might be wanting to go for this. Yeah, Sam could have gone for that if you didn't. Now, it is probably better for you to go for this than Sam. But there's just, so this is good. This is good. This turn, of course. This is good. But there's other situations where you're also making this decision to cut rotation, go for the ball when you shouldn't. I mean, boost just wasn't there, so I don't really know why you're going for it. But, okay. Yeah, I mean, you're 0 boost. They just picked up the corner boost. Yeah, they just... So, clearly, like, you just don't know that he picked it up. But you also shouldn't be like... You definitely have no idea what the timing on this boost respawn is. the chances, if you stay all around this boost pad for 1 second, that's only a 10% chance that you would pick up the boost. You stayed on that boost pad for maybe half a second. It's a 5% chance of you getting that boost. And look how far you commit out of this play. Look how far you're... Jack can't push up now, that's for sure. Jack's last man for a while. And you cut a rotation again. Now they both have to go back because you didn't rotate behind them. Now, I understand that you do like to play that aggressive player, but at the same time, like, this is like fundamental rotations that you can still aggress the ball, but you should be aggressing from behind the ball, from pushing out of that rotation, instead of just cutting in front to, stop an attack. So, like, right here, boost ain't there, you turn around and leave. Like, definitely don't flip towards this, that's for sure. Zero boost, you're committing yourself so far for no reason. And then here. This is similar to that earlier play in the game, where you started kind of, you went for your air dribble, you turned away from the ball. So yeah, this makes sense. You're going to start your back post rotation. And then you do this. And challenging from the side is like, it's very bad. And again, I'll bring it up. The ones. If you're a ones player, do you ever challenge this? Probably not. You shadow defend it. Because this challenge is very hard to do, and you're committing yourself with zero boost for a challenge that Sam's already going for. So really trying to focus on that. Like, Sam, he's using boost and he's pushing this ball. And it looks like Sam does like a very clear path to the challenge right now. Like, very clear. Chances of him getting this past Sam are pretty low. And now he has to fake challenge because he already went for the ball. But he would have definitely had a free challenge there. Like, he would have beaten them. He would have destroyed them on the 50, would have gone middle. Maybe they would have saved it, but it still would have been better than your challenge. So, this situation, I've seen it more than once, don't do this. You're going to make your back post rotation, don't challenge the ball from the side, especially behind it as well, or in front of the ball technically. Because now your rotation back is so slow. I mean, your teammates don't make mistakes, so don't make any mistakes on that play, so they don't get any shots. But still. Sam makes a mistake here. Back post rotation. You kind of still need to be back post, and they missed the ball, but again, you got lucky that they missed the ball, because Jack isn't really... I mean, Sam's obviously not going to save it. Where is he? He just flew past the ball. He missed it. Jack, you don't want to be relying on him to make the save, because he's pretty far to the plate. You don't even know if he has boost. Probably doesn't. And if Sinister Hope... Like, you're already committing towards this ball before they even have touched it yet. And they just don't... They end up not touching it, but you don't know that. Like, this definitely looks... If Sam touches this ball and it's a 50, it could still go towards net. It could still go, in any place where back post is, like, just infinitely safer. The only situation where this is better is, like, this one situation that happens to work. If the ball gets killed or just falls, like, right here. That's the only situation where turning here is better. But waiting back post... Like... Let's see, if Jack has zero boost. Let's see. Oh, crap. He took the corner. No, he took mid, okay. But you didn't know that. You could have been looking for corner if you didn't have any boost. If Sinister Hope takes this shot, or the 50 just goes poorly, Jack is really going to have a hard time making this save. And, having you on left post and Jack on right post as well, makes the save a lot easier to make. Now, Sinister Hope definitely could have hit that ball. Straight up. And if Sinister Hope hits that ball, Jack probably isn't ready for it because he thought you were back post. And that ball just goes over you. I think that's fine. That's fine to go for that boost steal. because it doesn't really commit you that far to the play, and it's pretty easy to just secure it. And it's not like you need to rush back, so yeah. Yeah. Usually, you try not to do this. Just stopping your car, parking your car, because I mean you can do it like sometimes. I guess it's not, you want to avoid it. It's not like the biggest mistake you'll ever make, but even just like doing here, you're not sure if you want to push up. Okay, that's fine. A circle, because then right here is when the challenge happens. Let's say challenge goes all the way back to here. Let's say, oh, that's exactly where you're going. Challenge goes over here. This turn still permits that, and this kind of 90-degree turn is probably what you're going to be trying to do, and it's not as smooth as this. So just doing this donut allows you to keep more speed and cover more of the field, so that you're facing back when the challenge happens and you're turning upfield. So if you like facing back right now, this is when you should be facing back. And then now your rotation around, you are now facing to the right. And now you have actual momentum going towards this ball. Instead of, you know, the reason this aerial doesn't work out, like you have no momentum, it's super awkward. You're just boosting straight up. You're having to generate that momentum forward mid-air. Like, look at this. You're actually having to generate your forward momentum mid-air. And that makes you use more boost, and it's harder to actually hit this ball. It's just a more difficult read for you. Whereas if you did the circle, you can just choose to drive back or continue on the circle to drive forward. Okay, I kind of want to wrap this up because I feel like I've been doing this for a while, so I'm trying not to over-explain from now on. I'll just try to like quickly go over stuff here. That's fine to go for that, but I need to get out. You don't get out. Like once you get this touch, it's like you're not really thinking about rotation enough in threes. I think like rotationally, it's not in your brain. And here I go over explaining stuff again right after I said I wouldn't. But you're not thinking about where your teammates are right now, or if your teammates should go, or if you should go. Like right here, yeah, you might be able to get this ball. Sure, stick around. Why not? But then what if Jack wants to go for this ball? What if Sam wants to go for this ball? Both of them are in better position to go for this ball than you. Where's Sam? He's all the way back here. He's still in a better position because he can do that turn and go towards this ball with a head on straight up. Like what if this? Even if they miss the ball, like what are you gonna do with this? If they miss the ball, Jack has a free ball. He's still there. Sam has the free ball even. And if they hit the ball, then yeah, good luck. You're not even close. So once you get this touch, like don't stick, like get out. Literally just back post. You turn to your left, start zooming back, so one of your teammates can make that push. Like why do you? You just turn around here, and then now look how awkward you are. Like yeah, you start rotating back now, but now you're rotating near side instead of ball. You're rotating ball side instead of back post. Like if Jack is pushing up behind Sam, you're literally just bumping Jack right now. Oh, you could have bumped Jack right there. You did not even see him. And now you and Jack are in the exact same spot. Look at this. This ain't good, because you... Okay, Jack... Okay, I mean, Jack just failed his rotation back, but... Still. You being in, like, where Sam is right now. Like, Sam only goes... Then you have the argument... Well, if I go back post, then... Sam... I'm bumping into Sam. Like, not really. Sam has clear vision of you. And he just avoids you as you're going back. And even then, you're going like a wider around Sam here. And then you can rush in front of Sam if you want to go fast. But like, it's better to be like next to each other, rotating back post, because if you're next to Sam right here, like you're both in a very good position. Just one of you pushes it and one of you stays. It's like very simple, and you have lots of time to make the decision of who goes and who stays. But if you're like playing with on that near side with Jack, that's it's more awkward. It's two people in an awkward position. Like, it does make sense to have one person guarding the corner, but like this is just really weird. Like, you do not know where Jack's gonna go. You do not know where they're gonna go. Sam's back post. And yeah, you do make this touch, but Jack could have also made that touch. Or you could have made that touch coming from the back post and turning the other way around because you went fast around Sam. Whichever one of you decided to go in front of the other. Oh. Here, I mean, yeah, I think this is fine to follow it because, like, Sam goes back post. Jack is like, you don't really know what he's doing. He's being kind of awkward. He looked like he was going for a corner boost or something. So it makes sense that you're like following this ball. You're still first man because none of your teammates are going to go for this. And yeah, this is fine. Yeah. Actually, I don't really have anything to say about that. Shot wasn't that good. Yeah, but good back, boom, boom. That's exactly what, like, this is exactly what you were kind of missing before. You go for this, shot wasn't great, happens. Immediate, boom. You're going back right now. Like, you're not even looking at the ball. You're just, before some of the earlier plays, like, you cut across the field, and you see Sam challenging right now, like, you just cut across the field, and you go instead of him. But this is pretty much almost always what you should be doing, unless your teammates are, like, very clearly, like, not wanting to go for that ball. And, probably should be looking at ball cam, just flicking it on and off every now and then, because, I mean, tell me what's happening in this play. Oh, someone hit the ball. You can hear it. Actually, never mind. You don't have audio on. The only thing you know is what your teammates are coming. What is happening? What is happening? You saw the ball in the corner of your screen for 1 millisecond. But you still don't know who's closest to the ball. If they're gonna, they might be going for an air dribble right now. They might be going for a Huxer pinch. They might be going for a team pinch. They might be going for a shot. They might be going for a pass. Your teammates might have the ball. Like, if you just like switch to ball cam, because normally what the coaches would say is, like, once you're aligned with the boost, like your car is aligned with the boost, then you can just go back on ball cam. But even just like looking at ball cam and you want to go back to car cam, that's fine. But you need to know what's happening here, because literally they could be shooting, like, the ball could be in your net right now. And you just wouldn't know it. Oh! No way! I literally said it! I literally said it, bro. I didn't even remember that. The ball could be in your net right now and you have no idea. Because if you checked ball cam, look how not ready you are for this save. You're like, oh crap. Now, you get lucky that Sam gets back in time, but there was a good chance you don't get back in time. Oh, whatever. I don't really know what to say about that. That's fine, that's fine. Yeah, I think, yeah, okay. So here, it's the decision making again. Now, as you want to be faster, going back, right? So either you go for mid boost or you go back. Look where you land on this wall. You are turning to the left as soon as you land on this wall, and then you start turning right. So I think you have to just commit to going back. Rotate back post, or even just go under the ball, as long as you, like, make sure not bumping your teammates or anything, and then go to the backboard, because 44 boost isn't like crazy low. You can work with 44 boost, and this really puts you out of the play. Like, your teammates, they really need help on defense right now. They're not passing to you at all. And then this is the same thing. Like, you're just lingering around for too long. You're either committing for a pass, or you're just going back. And almost always in this situation, just go back, like back post. And Sam, yeah, and you just took way too long to get back post because one, you went for mid boost, and two, you lingered around because Jack, you thought, oh, maybe Jack passes this ball, like right here. Why are you not going back? Why are you not going back? I mean, now you start going back, but Sam has to cover near post and back post because they can still pass the ball right here, and it's just really hard for him to do that. And sure, like yeah, Sam could have saved that, but you should have been back post so that he can just challenge that ball right off the wall. Oh, delay kickoff. Okay. Back post. Yeah, that makes sense for you to go for that. That was your ball. Usually, I mean, I don't think it's that bad for Jack to be hitting this, I guess, but I guess it's fine. Like, this double commit is like really, you're still there. Like, it doesn't really commit you too far to the play. And then, yeah. This touch, pretty good, pretty good. Could have been, like, a bit more, like, close to your backboard, because when there's somebody here, like, Boltini or might be able to get a shot here. So keeping it closer to your own backboard, like, just keeping it in your own corner, will ensure that they don't really get a shot. But this doesn't, it, like, isn't horrible, I guess. But here, this is I mentioned at the very start of the replay. Fake challenging. Definitely fake challenge here. This guy is literally passing the ball to your teammates. There's no threat whatsoever. Like, none at all. With, like, the only thing he can do, this. Where do you think Jack and Sam are? Oh, they're like over here. But they will be able to get this if it goes into the corner. So, or, even if they're not there, what if you do this? You go here and then you fake challenge towards the corner. Because what if he doesn't hit this, okay? What if he doesn't hit this? Big deal. Like, you can still go for the ball if you just fake challenge here. But by letting him get this bang, it goes into the corner. Like, sure, he gives the ball away. Like, yeah, you either have to challenge or fake challenge that. It's better than just letting him have time. But at the same time, you seem to be committing for a lot of this stuff when you can just fake challenge it. And then Jack's ball, yeah. You just seem like a bit you seem a bit like too much focusing, like trying to go for this, because clearly after this ball, boom, back post. You rotate in back post. Once you turn your car directly this way, there ain't no, yeah, well, yeah, I'll just turn directly around and go for it. The only reason you'd go for that if it was like literally like, oh, you have a free ball and Sam just got demoed and Jack just got demoed. Like, obviously, it just makes sense because Jack is not back post. But you can rotate back post, Jack can follow, and Sam can push this. And then, oh, Sam finishes attack. Oh, look, he goes back post. Jack goes for it, and then you go middle. It's like 3's rotation, but I mean, you don't cut Jack off here, but like, you also should just be going back post. Like, why are you even thinking of challenging this? Jack is right there. No matter, yeah, Jack is, like, no matter what happens, Jack is right there. And this positioning, if you back post, this is fine. If you right here, you very awkward. What if Jack misses the ball? Okay, now you're getting 2v1 by Rowdy Singer and Sinister X Hope, and maybe even Baltini Rome as well. I don't know where he is. He's probably like over here. But if you're back post, it's just a lot easier to make that 1v1 scenario, or at least, you know, yeah, just be back post. Just be back post. That's just the biggest thing. Ooh. Okay, I could see why you kind of went for that. Yeah, you pushing his third here is fine because it's not like they're going to clear it past you. This touch, you think Sam passes to you and Sam rotates back. And that's a pretty simple miscommunication. I think, like, if you look at Sam's POV, that probably is what should have happened. Like, that was your ball after Sam passes it. Like right here. Yeah, Sam shouldn't be going for that anymore. It's a sideways challenge versus a straight on challenge. Same thing as earlier. Straight on challenge goes for the ball. And because Sam, you know, goes for this ball, you're like, oh, well, you have to go back now instead of going for the challenge. And that puts you in a really bad spot. Okay, you actually beat that guy. But Baltimore was a little bit closer to that ball. Ooh, Sam and Jack are not having a good time on defense. But again, that's not really your fault. That's just like, not a mistake that you made, but a mistake, well, a mistake that you did make, just not in this play, like earlier. Like, once you make that touch and you can't follow it, just get out. That's what Sam should have done. And then you go for this ball. Also, I think when you're going for this, like, you know you're obviously first man now. Sam, obviously, you can see he went back. Jack was already going back. So, open field here. Open field here. And where do you hit the ball? Right here. This is the only place that's, like, not open field. Now, can you hit the ball this way? Not really. It's going to be very awkward if you, like, do this, you know. But challenging, kind of being on this side of the ball when you challenge to push it over here will work. Because guy in net, like, nah, he's not going all the way over here. And then the only people that are going to be around is, you know, Rowdy and yourself. So it's just, you can follow up challenge. If you challenge this to the side, you can lose challenge, and then what? It's just going to go, like, up here. Not like in this corner, but, like, up the ramp, kind of like that. And then back to your corner. And then that'll be fine. Or if you win the challenge, then it'll go up the ramp, like, this way. Or just in this area where the opponents won't have a free touch. But if you hit it like this, even if you lost this challenge or won this challenge, no matter what, like, with your teammates getting back, they can have the next touch. Now, they were kind of far away from the ball. Mistake from them. And you end up beating them to the ball. But that's not... Oh, no, you missed this. It's a 3-0 game. You missed this. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay, we don't talk about it. I really don't want to rewatch this. Yeah, you go for mid boost. Go for mid boost. Even if you see Sam going here, like, even if you can just go for this anyways, like, why does it matter? It's the same rotation if you do this or if you do this. And this is on the boost. And you're at 18 boost. And you don't even know if Sam's not, like, doing this. He's not full charging towards the boost. So you think, oh, maybe he might be getting this boost. But if Sam takes this boost, then you can just follow him back. He plays second man, you play third man behind him, grabbing corner boost. It's kind of a nitpick, I guess. And then now Sam didn't take corner. But if Sam took corner, then you're like, oh crap, now you really had no boost. I definitely take corner here, yeah. That's good play by you. Yeah. Mechanics and just decision making needs to be faster. Once this touch happens, this is threes. You have two other teammates. Do you really think that you have a better touch here than two people behind the ball on this field? Where are you going? Doesn't even matter because you can't do anything with this ball. Like, the only reason you should go for this ball is if your teammates are saying, Frank, go for that! Frank, go for the ball! Like, that, like, that's like the only reason, I guess. But if you're doing this turn, it's like, okay, you just turned up the wall, now you complete the circle and go back. I don't really understand what this turn is. And again, this is not back. You're supposed to be going back post. This ain't back post. Oh, you really in a... Yep. Oh, they scored that because you didn't go back post. If you go back post here, that ain't in. I mean, it's still not in because this guy's bad. Okay. I'll just put probably one last fly view here. Okay, hold on. So, probably should have already rotated by here. Don't really know why you went on the wall there, but like right here, I mean, you don't really want to, you know, go here, then, oh, pass play, whoa, and like score on your own net. But you can, like, he's clearly just banging the ball, and then you can go, like, after that. Or if he doesn't bang the ball, look where you are. Haha. You destroy him. But just being back post here, I have to go fly one more time. Like they definitely like because we're gonna treat this as a goal because for all intents and purposes, like this is just a goal. Why am I okay? Why am I keep clicking the wrong thing? None. All right, back into oops marker. Back post rotation, something like this. I hate how I draw this because it feels like really bad. But even if you have like this sharp turn at the end, then you have like low speed, but you're still back post. And no matter what Sam does, he misses the ball, goes backboard. They shoot here. You're probably arriving at this like around here. People like I don't mean to say Champ 2s are bad. Champ 2s are good, but people in Champ 2 usually you can safely say if you're back post and they're shooting from here, they are not going to do this. They are not going to shoot a top corner, and they're not going to get a perfect catch. So you can safely assume that they're just shooting the ball. And it might be like a decent shot. Like it should be like mid here. It could be even top shelf. But being back post is like so big. It's so big. And I think just watching your replays, like you should watch these yourself and, you know, find out, like look at this. Times you should have been back post. Yeah, you had lots of time there to get back post. And that guy misses the open net, sure. But, you know, you can't depend on that. So, you should have been there. You should have been back. Back on your POV. Now, luckily they miss. And then, yeah, that makes a good touch by you, yeah. Okay. So here, I mean, okay, the game's kind of over at this point. Because, you know, 15 seconds left, you have to score, obviously. So I can see you just full on going in for the pass. Yeah. And then ball chasing, whatever. Doesn't rotate back post? Now he does. The back post rotation. I mean, at this point, you stop trying because the game's over. So that's took longer than I expected. I thought 3v3 would be shorter than the 1v1 I did for Octane. Maybe it is. I haven't checked the time. Probably, I don't even know. Oh, insane. But yeah, I think the main things, like, ones will help fake challenging more instead of challenging the ball when when it's not really that dangerous. And then having that control on the ground instead of always, hitting that ball away. Being able to do that will help. Now, I think ones will help you. I don't think you will play ones. Maybe you'll play, like, your placement games and then just rage quit again. But, like, other stuff you can do when you're kind of, like, out of position, you don't really know where to be, just go back post. And you're cutting in front of your teammates, like, a lot of times. Back post, like, watch your own replays. Because me telling you to go back post, that's not like... If you play a game and you're like, oh, am I supposed to be back post? I don't know. But then if you play, like, with this in mind, like, thinking about it, and then you save the replay and you watch it, and then you'll be able to see, like, I think if you even watch this replay, as you were watching this video, you could see that you went near post instead of back post, like, way too many times. And that's just kind of, and also challenging from the side instead of letting your teammates challenging from behind it. So you're cutting a rotation there. So that's the main thing, I would say. The back post is the biggest thing. But I also think you should try and keep working on your mechanics, like in ones, like controlling and challenging the ball, fake challenging. Because I think you are, like, slightly behind in that. And, like, learning that can really help you make more of a difference when you have the ball. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Thanks for watching. Hold on. Let's just... Oh my god, this is even longer than the Octane one. Alright, I'm ending this. Thank you for watching. Frank. Frank's the only one that watched this. Probably. If you watch this and you're not Frank, what are you doing with your life, man? Uh, God. Oh my gosh, bro. Yes. See you. Thank you for watching. Bye.